5 of my favourite EPs from 2017. Not typically a big EP guy. Usually I'm more about the albums, and if it's not the albums, then it's individual songs from albums that I love, or albums that I don't really love, but like the few standouts that I love. EPs don't really get returned to all that much from me, to be honest, which is why I've only got 5 here. In fact, it's almost always EPs from artists I already love that end up being my favourite of the year. Like last year, Clipping's Wriggle, I already loved Clipping, their EP was outstanding. Then Carly Rae Jepsen had that side B demos that came out, which was like pretty much better than her album. And then the year before that we had FKA Twigs, an artist again who I already love, who put out an album and that put out an EP, and that ended up being my EP of the year. Pretty much the same with this year, honestly, except there are a couple here that I wasn't expecting at all and kind of surprised me a lot and have made my EP list. I'm going to start off with number 5. This one is a mutual friend of mine, actually, on Twitter. Also follows this channel, I think comments every now and then. Grief, with his Print EP. This is a really good electronic EP, like, I was so shocked, like honestly, like it's nothing too mind-blowing, but the music on this, I cannot deny at all. Like I find this incredibly catchy considering all it is just instrumental. You know, it's not exactly like wild like Igloo Ghost or like adventurous like Flying Lotus, but it's still really good, and I find some of the drum and bassy elements as well on like the second track are really good. I just think melodically this is such a captivating EP. I really was impressed. So yeah, I hope you are watching right now. Grief, if you even say like Grief. It's GR1EF, so I'm assuming it's Grief. Hey, who knows, but hey, this is great. Do go check this out, it's on Bandcamp. I should have given this more attention early in the year, but I think I just got lost in all the music hype that I never managed to get a video for this one. But now I'm here telling you that it's number 5 in my EPs list of the year. What a surprise, I know, but this is so good, honestly so good. Electronic fans, check it out. Number 4, Death Grips. Technically, I don't even know if you can call this an EP because it's basically just one continuous track that makes you feel like you're on steroids, because it is called Steroids. But yeah, this again is just Death Grips pushing the boundaries, pushing their sound further, making you wonder where the hell they're going to go next, because after hearing something like this, you just don't know what to think about how music works. What is there even composition in music? Probably not, because Death Grips just always prove otherwise. But yeah, this is pretty insane. Not really going to go down as one of Death Grip's greatest projects or efforts, but just as a listen, just putting this on and just like being taken aback by everything and listening to what's going on is just an entirely unique experience in itself. Not even just a musical experience, but this is just an experience that you can't even explain. So yeah, it had to make the list. Number 3. Denzel Curry. Where the hell was the hype for this? I don't know, but 13 is 13 minutes long, and honestly, this is a frigging great EP. I love the track Zeltron 6 Billion. I remember when I first heard that and was really just amazed how catchy it was, and Denzel's weird flow on the track. Zeltron 6 Billion. And Lil Ugly Mane comes in with the verse too. Yeah, this is such a good EP. This is like Denzel, again, pushing his own sound into new areas, because before this people just labelled him as like a hype artist, like, you know, he just makes bangers, he just yelps over bangers. I saw a few people make that complaint about his Imperial album, which I think is amazing, but this EP is a bit more progressive, a bit more unique, a bit more of that experimental hip-hop that we've been hearing over this past decade. And yeah, this is really good. So Denzel Curry, I hope he puts out an album next year doing more of this, because I think it could be amazing. Now at number 2, I said in my review of this that this was EP of the year, and clearly I spoke too soon because, as you can tell, it's sat at my number 2 spot, but that doesn't change the fact that this is not amazing, because it's injury reserve and everything they've put out to date has been amazing, because these guys are some of the most talented rappers around right now and producers. They just make bangers after bangers. Their Floss album and Live at the Dentist Office have been some of the best hip-hop albums of the past few years bar none. And this EP actually saw them change up their sound a little bit. We had the track North Pole where we hear so much introspection in the lyrics. It's way more personal. Some of these tracks are stripped down as well. Not exactly the fired up bangers you expect from Injury Reserve at this point, but it still is some really good music and easily one of the best EPs I've heard all year. See You Sweat, one of the best songs of the year. Absolute banger. Again, they just, each year they put out a banger. Like, this is their banger of this year, and it's easily like top 5 best songs. So, spoilers for my songs list. And yeah, this is a great EP. Honestly, a great EP. I like Boom Times 3. That's a really strange track that goes in hard, but the instrumental's quite soft, so it's a weird combination of both. But I like it a lot. And Injury Reserve right now are just putting out some of the best hip-hop around, and I hope they put out another album next year too, because that is what hip-hop needs. As I said, I already spoke too soon with my EP of the year, because here we are at number 1, and I did not expect this at all. I probably would not have heard about it if Clarence Clarity wasn't involved, because this guy is an insane producer, pop producer right now, and this is the Rina EP by Rina Sawayama, I believe you pronounce it. Honestly, hands down, pop album of the year. Like, it's not even an album, but this is better than any pop album I heard all year. This is the best pop music you will lay your ears on in 2017, and it's a shame because although she's garnered quite a big following, like I've seen her getting around right now on the internet, she's totally building up this brand, and I'm sure in a few years we'll see her at a bigger scale, because I can tell she's just going to get to that level. But yeah, wow, this is such a good pop EP. Like, every track is just a great pop song. Great pop song after pop song after pop song after pop song. And yet, you don't even get that with pop albums anymore. Like, most pop albums, like, just veer off a little bit, you know? They have those duds. Even that Lorde album this year, which I wasn't really in love with, definitely had a few duds in the track list, which I don't think many of her fans really recognised, but honestly there were. So to hear something like this is always so refreshing, because it's progressive. It has a bit of a nostalgic throwback to that 2000s era of pop music where everything was just over the top and produced immaculately, and this is that. This is all that. It's futuristic and nostalgic at the same time. They're catchy as hell. My god, this is so good. But yeah, the point I was trying to make before is that she has garnered a big following, but she's still relatively unknown in the grander scheme of things, because honestly, this isn't the stuff that's really going to hit the charts. But yet, in a world where things were right and nothing was stupid and shit, this would be like topping the charts, because this is actual sublime pop music. Seriously, I was taken aback by this just because of how good every track is. There isn't really like a moment where I'm like, I'm bored. Like, it's just full throttle, fire track after fire track, produced incredibly well, sung with some excellent vocals by Rina. Yeah, pop EP of the year, pop album of the year, EP of the year. It just wins every fucking award. Make sure you check it out, and check out all the other EPs, especially that Grief one, because I know for a fact not many people will know that. But if you're an electronic music fan, go check that out. Any of the others that I said, check those out too if you haven't. And yeah, these are my EPs of the year. Tell me your EPs of the year if they're any different to mine. I feel like that Rina one's going to be many people's EP of the year, because why the hell wouldn't it be? But yeah, let me know your EPs of the year. Let me know your thoughts on my choices. And that's it. Hope you liked this video. Hope you have a good day. hope you listen to some good music, and yeah, have a good day.